Aminul Islam Ujjal. I welcome you to my session. Today I'll discuss some of the rules of right form of verbs. Thank you. Dear learners, you see, the verbs are the most variable element of the sentences. The right form of verb encompasses most of the grammatical rules of English language. The verbs appear differently in a sentence on the basis of the subject, tenses, moods, voices, different structures, models, etc. Dear learners, actually right form of verbs, verb is the heart of a sentence. Verb is the heart of a sentence. We cannot live without heart. So a sentence cannot be correct, or a sentence cannot be meaningful, or a group of words cannot be meaningful without the verb. If we deduct all the words of a sentence except one, that would be the verb. Even a single verb can make a sentence. Suppose run, imperative sentence, run, sleep, stop, walk. Though this is a one-worded sentence, it is sentence. It is imperative sentence. That means without verb, no sentence can be imagined. So this is the item right form of verbs. But right form of verbs, the form of the verbs will be settled, will be changed according to the subjects, tenses, moods, voices, different structures, models, and so on. So here, firstly, I'd like to say the verbs are the most variable element of the sentences, most variable, most changeable. That means a verb is the part of speech which changes most of the time according to tense, according to subject. If the subject changes, the form of the verb changes. If the tense changes, the form of the verb changes. If the mood changes, the form of the verb changes. If the voices change, the form of the verb changes. And if the structure changes, the form of the verb may change. And according to the modal verbs, the main verb changes. So the right form of the verb depends on your knowing the subjects, tenses, moods, voices, different structures, models. And the verbs appear in different sentences in different form, or different size, or different appearance. So right form of verb is such a matter which encompasses, that means encircles, which convolves or involves most of the grammatical rules of English language. That means if you want to use the right form of verbs, we will have to know most of the grammatical rules of English language. And some of them have been mentioned here. Subject. According to subject, the form of the verb is determined. Tenses. With the change of the tenses, the form of the verb changes. Moods, voices, different structures and models. And these things are to be taken into account for making the right form of the verb. Okay, dear learners, and I will discuss now the rules of right form of verbs now one by one. But you know, it's not possible to complete all the rules of right form of verbs in a single session. So this is, we can say, right form of verbs part 1. We may say part 1. That means it will take some other sessions to complete, almost complete the rules of the right form of the verbs. Here, rule number 1. Dear learners, here, rule number 1. Here, without time mentioned, if we find the following words, following words in the sentences, we have to use present indefinite tense or present simple. Here, I have mentioned some words: regularly, generally, always, normally, usually, often, sometimes, daily, occasionally, every day, every plus time, etc. etc. So, you'll have to, dear learners, you will have to follow these words, these adverbs in sentences if we find regularly. But one thing you will have to follow, very importantly, that without time mention. That means there won't be any word indicating time, present, past, or future. Suppose ego indicates past, tomorrow indicates future, and now indicates present. So without the indication of the time, without the indication or mention of time, if we find these words such as regularly, generally, always, normally, usually, often, sometimes, daily, occasionally, every day, maybe every plus time, that means every Monday, every Sunday, every month, every year, every century, every week, every fortnight, every season. That means some other words may be added here. Every plus time. That means word indicating time. If we find these words in a sentence, we are to use present indefinite tense. Let us discuss some examples such as he sometimes, within the bracket, go, if we use go to market, go to market, go to market. Here sometimes, we can see sometimes, and there is no any time mentioned here. Today or tomorrow or yesterday or any date or year or season. No time mentioned, but it is simply an adverb. And in such type of sentence, we will have to use present indefinite. And here we see subject, third person singular number. Here the as it is present indefinite and the subject is third person singular number, in that case we will have to add s or yes to the base form of the verb or base verb, here go, and here we will have to use or add es to the base form of the verb. Here let us rewrite the sentence. He sometimes goes to market. He sometimes goes to market. Here goes. In the given sentence we say see, go, but here rewritten sentence. In the rewritten sentence we have used goes as it is present indefinite, but how can we understand? We can understand by seeing sometimes and without time mention. There is no any mention of time, but we see sometimes an adverb. In this case it would be used in present indefinite, and in present indefinite if the subject is third person singular number, in that case we have to use s or yes. Accordingly we have added yes. So here he sometimes goes to market. I think it's clear to you. Another example we may use we within the bracket do this daily. We do within the we do is within the bracket this daily, here daily, but except daily there is no any time mentioned. That means there is no any word indicating time. So this will be rewritten in the present indefinite tense. But the subject is first person and plural number, so there would not be any s or es to the added to the main verb. So in the case of subject first person, we use the base form of the main verb, and here the rewritten verb sentence will be we do this daily. You may think that we have done no change. We have done no change to the given confusing word within the bracket, but sometimes it is given to confuse the examinees. To confuse the examinees. The examinees may think, oh, of course there will be change, but sometimes in some cases the word may remain unchanged. That is also a grammatical rule. Here the same thing has happened. And next, rule number 2. Here we see some noun: milk, ink, soup, dust, football, cricket, chess, tennis, earth, cotton, furniture, cooking, parking, love, cruelty, honesty, advice, water, information, knowledge, oxygen, smoke, wisdom, etc. plus singular verb. Here, dear learner, you will have to follow one thing, that there are 5 types of nouns, though primarily nouns are of 2 types, concrete and abstract. And concrete and abstract have again been classed into two categories, countable and uncountable. And so here, countable nouns are those which can be counted, such as books, men, and out of those five nouns, two could be counted, three could be counted, and two cannot be counted, such as common noun, proper noun, and collective noun can be counted, but material and abstract nouns cannot be counted. So if we cannot count, that will remain, that subject, if the subject cannot be counted, and if the subject is material or abstract noun, that will remain singular. That will remain singular. Suppose water. Water cannot be counted, but it is a type of person. Water is a type of person, and of course it will take a verb. So it is, water is also a person. So in the language of the grammar, water is also a person. So water, third person singular number. And though it cannot be counted, it will be taken as singular. Here, milk, ink, every word here, every noun, milk, it cannot be counted, ink, soup, dust, football, cricket. It is the name of, this is the name of a type of work. Football playing, cricket playing, chess is the name of a sport, tennis, earth, or ground, cotton, furniture, cooking, and any type of ing verb, acting as noun, any type of ing verb, that means gerund, gerund acts as a double part of speech. Suppose verb plus noun. So any ing verb will be abstract noun. Here, parking, cooking, swimming, jumping, any type of ing verb, if it is noun, it will be abstract noun here, and will be used as singular, and verb will be singular. Cruelty, honesty, advice, they cannot be seen. We can only imagine and advise. Water, information, knowledge, oxygen, smoke, wisdom, etc. These words separately singular, and the verb will be singular. So suppose let us discuss two examples. Suppose milk be white. Here, be means be verb or to be verb, and as there is no any time mention or mention of time in this sentence, we will have to use present indefinite here automatically. White. Here, milk cannot be counted here. It is material noun, so it will be taken as singular. Any noun not being counted should be counted as singular. Milk, here, to be verb, am, is, was, were, and then milk, if we rewrite, milk is white. Milk is white. So here, cotton is very useful thing, of which we can make a pillow or mattress or anything important. Furniture, in every house we can see furniture. This is very necessary thing. This is if it is subject, it will take a singular verb. As it is taken as singular, it will take a singular verb. So I think you will have to bear these necessary words in your mind and you'll have to read them again and again so that you can remember milk, ink, soup, dust. That means material noun, abstract noun, material noun and abstract nouns are uncountable. So they will take singular verb. They will take singular verb. If material noun or abstract noun is subject, they will take singular verb, as I have already shown you some examples. And next rule number 3. Rule number 3. Here, every cannot be used separately. Every day, every man here, not every day. Every man, every woman, every plus noun actually. Every man, every woman, every book, every road, every country, every pen. In the same way, any book, any man, any woman, any boy, any girl, any town, any city. Maybe in that way, everyone, everybody, someone, no one, no man, no women, no woman, no table, no chair, no whiteboard, nobody, anybody, anything, nothing, something, many. If these are used as subject, we'll have to use a singular verb, as they indicate singular. Here every word is indicating singular, so the verb will be singular here. Let us discuss through some examples. Suppose everybody wish to be happy. Here everybody, as everybody is third person singular number. Everybody here third person singular number. Here everyone is third person singular number. Is third person singular number. Any body, any man, any women, third person singular number. Everyone, third person singular number. Everybody, someone, all of them are third person singular number. Third person singular. So we'll have to follow the rules of present indefinite tense. If the subject is third person singular number, in present indefinite tense, the subject will take a such verb which will take s or es. Here everybody here, everybody wishes to be happy. Everybody wishes to be happy. Here wishes, yes. We know in the case of using s or yes, we will have to follow what type of verbs will take yes and what type of verbs will take s. If we find any verbs ending in s, ss, ss, cs, x, o, z, we have to use or add yes. So here wish, essays, here we have used or added yes here. So everybody wishes to be happy. everybody wishes to be happy. In the same way, if we use here nothing, suppose nothing within the bracket go in vain. Go in vain. That means end in smoke. Nothing here as third person singular number. Go, and there isn't any time mentioned here. It will be present indefinite tense, and so we know in present indefinite tense, if the subject is third person singular number, we are to add s or es to the main verb. So here go, o, here we'll have to use es. Nothing goes in vain. Nothing goes in vain. Nothing goes in vain. So, actually, these are matters of rules, and rules cannot be made very often. They have been made over times, and the grammarians have toiled much to make those rules. So, those cannot be changed so easily. So, we have to memorize laboriously the rules. Otherwise, we cannot make the correct sentences. We'll have to follow that matter. Here, rule number 4. Rule number 4. Suppose one of the plus plural nouns, one of the plural nouns plus singular verb. One of the plus plural nouns plus singular verb. Actually, you will have to remember one thing. If one of the this phrase, one of the this phrase is the subject of any sentence, we will have to think that is singular and third person singular. One of the, that one is here subject. So one of the, one of many, one of some, one of two, or one of three, or one of that means more than one. So one of the plus plural nouns, and the subject is here one. So the subject will be singular and the verb also will be singular. Let us discuss through an example. One of the boys B responsible for this. Yeah, to be verb is am, is, or was, were. Here there isn't any time mentioned, so usually we use present indefinite tense. So one of the boys here should be is. One of the boys is. But here boys may be plural, but the if boys here not the subject, here one is subject. So here one is subject. So here the verb is singular. Boys is plural form, noun, singular is boy, boy is plural, though it is near to the verb, but the subject is here one. So one is singular. As a result, the verb is singular, the verb is. So one of the boys is responsible for this. And here the plus adjective, but no noun. Here actually we know adjective cannot be subject or object. The subject must be noun or pronoun. In the same way, the object also must be noun or pronoun. But here adjective, this is an exceptional rule. Adjective and the cannot be used before any adjective, and without any noun the article cannot be used. But here the definite article has been used before an adjective. This is an exceptional rule. Actually, the plus adjective will act as plural subject, plural nouns, plural noun here, plural noun. Adjective, the plus adjective will act as plural subject. Suppose the rich to be verb or to be or be, and one can be used here. There is not happy. Usually we use such type of sentence. Here is, there is no any noun. Here you will have to, dear learners, you will have to follow one thing here. There is no any noun here. Is man, is woman, is boy, girl, is person. There is no noun here, yet it is correct. There is. That means the community of the race community, the race society, the race group here. So there is will act as a plural noun. So we'll have to use here plural verb. So is not possible, so we will have to use are. Here the rich are not happy. Actually, we could use here always here. We could use here always. The sentence would be more attractive if we use here not always happy. There is to be not always happy. That means here, as it is plural subject, we have to use there is not always happy. There is not always happy. So if we find such type of subject without any noun, but if it were the the rich man, the rich man, singular, the rich men, man or men, if it were the rich man, it would be different. Rich woman, it would be different. Or rich women, the rich women, singular and plural both can be possible if we mention any noun after the plus adjective. The plus adjective after this, if we use any noun, that can be singular or plural. But without noun, only the plus adjective will act as plural subject or plural noun. So I have already shown you that. Next rule. Next rule. Six. Very simple. If the subject is singular, subject if the subject is singular, that means singular subject. You can singular subject plus singular verb. Singular verb. So this is very ordinary rule. A singular subject will take singular verb, and here let us discuss two examples. Suppose I singular. Be teacher. Here be, we know am is a was were. Here I is singular, the verb will be singular. We know I am a teacher. I'm a teacher. And if we write he and be a teacher, so he, be here will be singular, not are. He is singular, so verb will be singular. So he is a teacher. And if it were a past tense, it could be was, I was, he was, she was, it was, Korim was, Rohim was, the book was, the country was. All of them are singular, so the verb will be singular. I think this is clear to you. And if seven, next one is seven. Another ordinary rule, plural subject plus plural verb. Here, suppose among the pronouns, suppose we, they, we, they, you. Actually, you is a confusing word. You is a confusing word. You in some cases indicates singular, and in some cases plural. So plural here, you is as it is a confusing word, you will have to put this in the form of plural. We, they, you. We, they, you. Any plural subject will take plural verb. Suppose we was were there. We was were which one? Here was is singular. Was is singular. Were is plural. So which one should we use? Where. As we, the subject is plural, the verb must be plural. So we were there. We were there. They, if we wrote here, they were there. You here we, they, you, all three will take the plural verb were. We were, they were, you were, Korim and Rohim were. So, and in present tense, in present definite, we are, they are, you are, Rohim and Korim are. So, this is very normal and ordinary rule, yet we have to remember them to be clear in making correct sentences. And next, 8, rule number 8. Measurement of money, time, distance will take singular verb. Singular verb. Measurement of money, measurement of time, measurement of distance will always take singular verb. Here, let us discuss through examples such as 5 miles, 5 miles, 100 dollars. 5 miles, $100, time, 3 hours, 3 hours. Here is are, is, are. Long a long distance. $100 a huge amount. 3 hours a long time. Here, as I have already mentioned, measurement of money, measurement of time, measurement of distance, plus singular verb. That means the subject here seems to be plural. Here, miles as miles, plural. $100. Here, dollars, plural. Here, hours, hours, 3 hours. We see here they seem to be plural. 5 miles. It is very natural to be confused in such cases. 5 miles, plural. Here we miles. Of course, it is a confusing word here. $100. Dollars. Here, dollar is singular, dollars plural. So here this is plural. Apparently, we see 3 hours, hours, plural, but they are not here plural. They will act as singular, as this is the measurement of here measurement of money, dollars, measurement of distance, miles, measurement of time, measurement of money, measurement of time, measurement of distance. Here, though the subject seems to be plural, 5 miles, it is very usual, very natural to be confused in such type of about such type of words, miles, dollars, hours. Yet, as it is a measurement of distance, measurement of money, measurement of time, they will be taken as singular subject. You'll have to remember measurement of money, measurement of time, measurement of distance. In these cases, we will have to take them as singular number, though they are apparently plural, but they are in a real question, they are singular. So, is here 3 miles is a long distance. $100 is a big amount, and this is another ordinary rule. Suppose the plus noun plus and plus noun. Here, noun, noun. Noun with the, noun without the, but added or joined by a conjunction and. So they seem to be plural, but in reality, this is singular. Let us cite an example. Suppose the headmaster, very common example, the headmaster and secretary, the headmaster and secretary here was or were. Present in the meeting. Here, the noun, the plus noun, plus and plus noun. Here, after and, noun without article. Here, before and noun with article, singular. If it is singular, the verb will be singular. So here, the headmaster and secretary. Here, headmaster and secretary, same man, same person. Headmaster and secretary are not separated or separate persons. The man who is headmaster is secretary. So, headmaster and secretary are the same man. So, it would be was the headmaster and secretary. The headmaster and secretary was present in the meeting. Here, we'll have to follow one thing. The article, definite article, the is here a factor. This is here determining the difference. The plus noun, here noun without the. That means when we will see two nouns before and after and, one is with definite article, another without article, that combinedly will act as a singular subject and the verb will be singular. Here, the headmaster and the secretary, same person, so not were, was. This construction indicates singular subject, so the verb will be singular. And here, the last rule of today's session, dear learners, here number 10, and this is the last and final rule of today's session. Part 1, right form of verbs, part 1, plus noun, plus and, plus the, plus noun, here plural subject. Here you see, dear learners, article factor. Here article factor, the. noun plus and plus noun, but the. Here, the is a factor here. Let us discuss through through an example. The headmaster. Headmaster and the secretary was where present in the meeting. Here, dear learners, you see here the headmaster and the secretary was or were present in the meeting. Here, the article, definite article is here, the defining factor or determining factor. Here, headmaster preceded by an article, also the secretary preceded by an article, the. So here the two articles before two nouns here. So here this is plural. So here if we find two thus, the before the end and the before the end, after the end will indicate plural noun and plural subject. So the verb will be plural. So here the headmaster is one person, the secretary is another person. So here two persons, because the is everywhere. Here is the, here is the. So two persons here, so plural. If we omit this the, it will turn into a singular. So here plural, the headmaster and the secretary. The headmaster and the secretary were, not was, were present in the meeting. Dear learners, I think you know the discussion of right form of verb is very long, and at the beginning of this today's discussion, I told you the right form of verb encompasses many factors. Suppose tense, subject, moods, voices, modals, different structures, as verbs appear differently in sentences on the basis of tenses, moods, structures, different structures, subjects, voices, and so on. You will have to know those factors clearly to use the right form of verbs. So today I discussed the first part of the right form of verb. I think you will be benefited if you watch today's video, today's session very minutely, attentively. You'll be benefited, and I think you will enjoy all of my videos which are based on English related subjects. And if you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and share comment, like, and click the bell icon so that my created videos can go to you automatically. Thank you for watching and remaining with me. Allah Hafiz.